Hi guys, you're listening to 3:30. I'm your host Reem.
She's not our host, and I'm Asha.
And I'm Sana. See no. Oh. How are you guys? What you doing?
We sat at Shumbuck's house. She just smacked us a munch.
Yeah.
I meant that doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
We smacked a munch.
It kind of does.
And she's struggling to open a water bottle. What about you, Shino?
I'm just trying to fight this chicken smell.
So what's the deal?
I don't know. Well, honestly, like I've been sitting in the same spot pretty much all day. Fedra bunked work today because he just wasn't feeling. Hope no one's listening from his workplace. But anyway, Fedra bunked work today because we just had a long week. Like we've been coming home at 1 a.m. every single day, and we were just like literally just dead on the sofa all day. Obviously, I was working as well, pushing buttons, as you say. But suddenly, as soon as he left, I just got this like whiff of uncooked chicken smell in the middle of my living room, and I don't understand where it came from. Like, I literally you know when you were trying to call me?
Yeah.
What'd you say? when you were trying to call me, I was like walking around trying to whiff this smell out. Yeah. So
maybe it's the pigeons. You know, Sana's got pigeons that come and sit and chill on her windowsill. The pigeons that come and chill.
What? They're just sitting there uncooked.
Maybe one of them got sizzled, didn't they? Maybe one of them got trapped and died, and now it smells like dead animal.
Oh, very possible.
Ew.
Maybe something died in the ventilation. You never know, fam.
Anything's possible.
It's Doha where literally everything's cooking. It's a possibility. What's game?
No, it's actually very, very cold right now. I'm chapping.
How cold is cold? Can we talk about this?
Listen, you know the other day when I told you I was chapping, yeah? And you said, what, is it 20 degrees? It actually was 20 degrees, but I didn't want to tell you because it doesn't feel like 20 degrees. I'm telling you, it's chapping. I had a jumper on, like a jumper that I'd wear in London.
You just become used to the weather.
And I was like, no. It's not even that. Literally, I swear to God, it's actually cold. This is desert cold, you know.
Yeah, but
when it's cold in the desert, it's cold.
Is all right. I wouldn't mind that. I'd swap that for a dead winter.
Of course, it's nowhere near what you guys are suffering with right now. But I'm saying, it's not 20 degrees cold. If that makes sense, it doesn't feel like 20 degrees at all.
I hear that.
It's got a desert, you know, chill
breeze. Little desert breeze,
yeah,
man.
You get me?
Enough. So what have you been up to, Sino? I feel like we haven't spoken to you in a while. Can you like share what's going on?
That's because you lot kicked me out of last week's podcast. You kind of went ahead and did it without me, without even telling you. Let me explain what happened to me last week. Basically, what happened was.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
What happened was, these guys, you know, they feel like sometimes they do the podcast better without me. So they were trying to do a trial version to see how it would sound like.
Let's
so
see
what
how
they
long
did
you can
is they
take
didn't
yourself
even tell me
seriously.
that.
Go on, sorry. Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead with this. So they wanted to see, you know, how it would sound like without me, and they went ahead and booked in a recording slot and didn't tell me about it. And you know, they made sure that I was busy on that day anyway, just so that if I did come back and ask like, yo, where was my invite? They'd be like, oh, you were out that day. Blah, 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 blah. So that's what happened. And I feel like I'm slightly getting pushed out of £3.30. So yeah, I just wanted to let the people know because, you know, the people deserve to know.
Right. So like, you know, your little Afraki friends that you want to make friends with. That's no, nothing.
What the hell is Afraki, please?
Afraki.
What's Afraki, please?
Oh,
African Iraqi.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just got it. You lot have been saying this for months. I just got it now.
So she tried to duck us basically for these two vloggers. Sorry.
This
is not 2001.
First of all, I don't even know this African Iraqi girl. She's not even in Doha. She's not even in the country.
But if she was, no, you didn't show. You post on your story. If I meet these two, it's over for Reem and Asha.
Oh.
That's what happened. You didn't even come to us directly.
You provoked us. It's your fault.
So is that why you guys want to push me out of the podcast then?
I mean, Sana, everything's a choice, isn't it?
It
Yeah?
all makes sense. It's all
feel like-
falling into place, isn't it?
You've made your bed, now you have to lie in it. That's it.
Anyway, all jokes aside, you're obviously, you know, the most beloved member of £3.30.
Aw.
So we would never lose you.
Aw, Weem.
But really, what have you been up
What
to
have you
for
been-
reals?
For real. This week has been the Ajal Film Festival in Qatar, which is, I think, if I'm correct, I think it's the biggest in the region.
Oh, wow.
And it's basically obviously an annual event that brings together world films and stuff like that. But the great thing about this one, it's called Ajal, and Ajal in Arabic is generations. And the great thing about this this festival is that it uses kids as jurors.
As
So
what,
they bring
jurors?
in kids. Yeah, so they bring in like hundreds of kids, and they put them into like different kind of like colored houses thing, like so they have oranges and whatever, but they're called Badr and all of this stuff, and they stay there for the whole week, and they watch all these films from filmmakers around the world, and then they judge them, and they choose who the winners are. It's incredible. It's amazing because they bring in the filmmakers as well to talk with the kids and ask them questions and stuff like that. And they bring in like actors and actresses from around the world. I don't know. I think this year they brought this guy called Chase Crawford. He's from Gossip Girl or something. He came and he was able to talk. He came and he was able to talk with the kids and stuff like that. Yeah. So
How
I've been
old
there
are the
all
kids?
week,
Sorry.
pretty much. I think it's from like the ages of 5-ish till 12, 13.
Aww.
It's really, really cute because you go there and they're just like running wild everywhere, and they've got different events. Like if they're not at the screening, then they've got other events that they go to and stuff like that. And another great thing about Ajal Film Festival is that they have like segments specific for films that are made in Qatar. And it's literally called Made in Qatar. So any local filmmakers, whether you're Qatari or not, if you're just a resident, you can submit your films, and they can be anything from animation to short films to documentaries, and then they have like special screenings for that, and a winner gets awarded and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. I liked it.
And what was your role on Monday night or Tuesday night? What was it? Sunday night even. What were you actually doing?
So I was asked to moderate this event. So on the side of the film festival itself, they have like different kind of segments. So there's an art exhibition which they have every year. This year's one was called ARC Exhibition, and it was like on the art of storytelling, and they had artists and stuff, local artists, exhibit their work. And two of those artists were Yemenis, and they're friends of mine. So they asked me to basically moderate this panel to talk about Yemeni identity and art and all of that stuff.
What was the moderate, like what did you have to do?
I had to basically ask them questions and interview them in front of a little crowd, which was nice. It was cool because, well, firstly, it was my first one. So I told you guys how nervous I was. But it did turn out to be quite good because first of all, it was quite a small, like intimate, informal setting. And secondly, because I know both of them, like we chill a lot, so it was easy to talk to them and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I've been doing all week.
Sounds
What
lovely.
have you guys been doing?
What have you been doing, Sham? Speaking to the microphone.
Nothing.
Yes, please.
I can't even think of a single thing that I've done that's even remotely interesting this week. I've done nothing. I've just been chilling, living life, enjoyment. That's it.
And your new job, how's it going?
Yeah, it's all right. Alhamdulillah. It's like a week and that. And then am I going to do the update every single week or something? Like?
No, just
Thank you though. Thinking about
We
it.
just care about your progression.
Thank
innit?
you,
Yeah.
Wallah. No, I love that you lot are so invested in this. But yeah, it's just casual. It's just a normal week. Nothing really eventful happened.
other than the debate.
Yeah, other than the debate. Did you guys watch the debate or no?
Mm-mm.
You didn't watch it?
No, I didn't.
No, it's really interesting. I actually really enjoyed it. It's interesting because how to explain this? Whenever there's been any so recently in the last sort of like 4 or 5 years, there's been quite a few like re-elections and like just political bullshit and debates and stuff like that on TV. And whenever there's a different one, depending on where I'm working and what environment setting I'm in, there's a different reaction. So like there's obviously like a really strong backing for like Boris at the moment, like in both places that I've ever like worked in, like even at the first place I've ever worked, it was just very like chill, like no one really cared. It was very objective. I know a lot of people have something to say about the BBC, but honestly, like from my experience, it was relatively objective.
It's true.
So then like just now working for like these like different newspapers that like are very like Tory focused, it's very interesting to see like which way. It's not necessarily reflective of the paper, but just the people that work there. Very like I just never met a conservative supporter in my life. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm just very in my own little bubble, thinking that everyone agrees with Labour politics. And even though, yeah, fair enough, a lot of them doesn't seem to make sense, and like people are allowed to change depending on their socioeconomic sort of like growth or whatever. I hear that you might want to change and, you know, support a party that support a team. It's like so many football match. Support a party that reflects your needs now. Like maybe you've come across some more money and you're a businessman now, whereas when you were younger, all you knew was this, you know, to vote for Labour because that's what everyone did.
But I was reading something which said if you're making £80,000 a year.
So wait, so did you watch that Question Time thing?
No, was that a thing that came up?
Yeah, it was a thing that came up. It was so dumb. But go on.
Wait, what was dumb about it?
This guy basically, he was saying how he earns. He was like, oh,
Did you not watch the clip, Reem?
Do I what?
Did you not watch that clip? It kind of went like viral.
No, I only
says I don't.
Oh, I only. No, I didn't. I didn't see anything.
Sana, explain it.
No, you go. Sorry.
So Question Time. There was this guy that came on there, and he was like, "Oh, you know, people like me who like under Labour government would really suffer because we're like a lot of the income, we're gonna be income taxed like crazy just because I earn above 80%." Yeah.
Right.
So then, and he was like, but I'm not even in the top 5%.
5%. Yeah.
So that everybody was laughing because they were like, he was like, you know, he goes, doctors, that's doctors, lawyers, blah, 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 and everyone in the audience was like, you are in the top 5%. Like, you earn more than 80 grand. Like, doctors don't earn more than 80 grand. Like, you know, the ones where it's just like, not everyone's on the same. And even the guy that was, everybody was like, yeah, but you are in the top 5. It was so, he was like proper in denial. He
embarrassed himself.
So embarrassing. It was just like, shut up. Like, you know, the ones where it's just like, don't talk.
So is that where someone calculated that if you earn over 80,000, then it comes up as what, like £50 extra a month?
Yeah,
or something in terms of
that was on off the back of that. Yeah,
right. Yeah, but that's it. So even your economic status changing, it's not really an excuse because like yours has changed, but there's people that are not physically able or emotionally able to work, and it is our like it is a community, like we should be working,
but not everyone thinks like that. And I think
I know, and we are in a bubble, like you said.
Yeah, and I think, and this isn't obviously like to kind of paint everyone in the same brush, but a lot of businessmen are they've got to where they are because of ruthlessness. They've got to where they are because they have to be selfish and think about what's right for them. Like business is competitive. You have to eliminate the competition to be able to get what you want, and that's probably their motto in life for a lot of things. And sometimes it's hard to distinguish the difference between what's morally right and what's not.
That's why they fall so hard when they do fall.
There you go. But like, and that's not to say that all businessmen are like that, because obviously you do see people like, you know, like the Steve Jobs and blah blah blah. Like they do give back and help the community as much as they possibly can, and they're not like up their own asses and shit. And like, but ultimately, business is business, and you're gonna do what you can to protect yourself. And this is why Google aren't paying tax and shit. And like, this is why they're not. This is why so many, even comedians, fam, they want tax evasion and stuff like that. You hear it all the time because people, once you come across a lot of money, you don't want to give up the lifestyle that you have, and so you stop playing by the rules.
You forget your roots.
You forget what you're doing, so you want to cling on to it as much as you possibly can. And it's like, money is dangerous. Like, I pray Allah does not help us come across money like that, where it's like, it makes us go crazy and lose our morals completely. Like, inshallah. Everyone say Ameen.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having money like that, but I wouldn't.
It's not about not having the money. It's about that makes us go weird, because I think we all want lots of money.
Exactly,
it's just
everybody wants to be rich.
It's just about.
Sounds like I said Ameen.
She actually was like, I'm not involved. No, but it is that
Let
bit
me just
of like.
clarify which part of that I want to Ameen.
It is. Yeah, man. I think that there's a difference of having lots of money and then just forgetting everything, like what you stand for and that, and then having lots of money and then doing something beneficial with it and giving back and being able to look after yourself and your family, but also everyone else. No?
So when I obviously I agree with that. I mean, amen. Preach, sister. So when is the election exactly? Is it on the 12th of
December. Yeah, when this podcast comes out, it would have been too late for you guys to register. So I do hope, honestly, like, if you have registered, like, honestly, like, kudos to you. I have so much respect for you, and like, this is your future. This is, if you're young and this is the first time that you're voting, like, good for you. Like, you have such a voice, and like, this is so important at the moment. You're going to be part of history. This is a big moment for us. Like, either we get Brexit or we don't. Basically, this is what the election is about. The election is it is the Brexit election. That's what everyone's been calling it. That's what's going to swing it or not. It's weird because like no one trusts Boris,
but also no one really trusts Jeremy.
No, people don't think that Jeremy isn't trustworthy. They just think he's not worthy to be a leader. He's not. Is he good enough to be a leader? Basically, like, could he be our next prime minister? Could we trust him? That's the question on everyone's in that sense. But I think with Boris, it's more of like, he lies. He actually lies out of his ass.
Yeah, he does.
On camera. I feel like Jeremy Corbyn is way too good to be true.
100%. He's too good of a person to be a politician.
Yeah, like I'm scared that it's going to be as disappointing as it was when Obama came in.
I don't think so.
Like, he's got all. Do you think? I don't know, man. Like, we don't know him personally, but it's like I've been in the same. He's been like this for years and years and years.
He
like
has.
His morals and ethics and his policies have
Unwavered.
been consistent throughout for decades. Yeah, and but it's like, once they get into power, I feel like there's bigger powers at play. Like, he can't just be like, yo, okay, we're gonna cut relations with Israel, even though he's very staunchly anti-Israel. Do you know what I mean? There's bigger things at play that maybe we don't see until you get into the position of leading a country, which is what I think happened to Obama, and I think will happen to Jeremy Corbyn. So I don't know. I feel like I'm expecting a disappointment in a sense of, like, I think he might be a good leader. But I don't think he's gonna follow through on all of those things that he's saying. You know what I mean?
Did Jeremy Corbyn promise to cut ties with Israel as part of his manifesto?
I don't think so.
I haven't read the manifesto, so I can't.
I don't think that was like anything, because and I don't think it would be, just because Labour is in such a storm over anti-Semitism at the moment. He probably won't go near Israel. I only said that
as an example. Yeah.
He might just avoid that sort of. I think Labour has a lot to do. In terms of winning back, like, Jewish voters and getting the trust of Jewish voters, which I don't think will happen, because the Conservatives have just been going ham and really taking up those votes.
Did you see the latest attack on Corbyn about the anti-Semitism thing? The way he pronounced the name.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He said something.
What?
He said
because
he
of
said
the way he pronounced the name. What was it?
Sana explained. I can't remember what it was. I think it was either a name or a place or something like that, and it was like Hebrew or something to do with, like, that was really important to Jewish people. But I think he mispronounced it.
It was what's his face?
It was what?
Wasn't it this guy? What's the guy that's been in the news recently? Epstein. He. I don't know which is the correct way to say it, but he said the other one.
Right.
So it's either Epstein or Epstein or Steen. Yeah. And because of the way he said it, even though he's used both pronunciations in the past, because on this occasion he said it the way he said it, everyone's gone ham on him, because apparently it's anti-Semitic to say that.
It's actually,
but I don't understand why.
Did you see how? They have nothing else to go by. So during the election, this is why, like, politics, it's actually gone down the drain. It's actually disgusting. During the debate, the Conservatives' Twitter page, they changed it into a fact-checking page. Yeah, so they were fact-checking everything that Jeremy Corbyn was saying. Yeah,
Bruv, they're annoying.
But people were saying how that's misleading. Like, why would you change your entire Twitter page? They changed the banner, they changed the picture, they changed everything, and, like, rebranded as, like, a fact-checking page. And they were like, that's clearly going to be biased. People were following you guys, thinking that you're, like, an objective source that people can come and follow and, like, look for genuine facts. When actually it's the Conservatives. And they were like, and then they got into so much shit for it, because someone clocked it, because they can't change the handle in it. Someone clocked it, and there was just like, it was like, oh my god, this is the Conservatives, they're, like, undercover, blah blah blah. And what's it called? They were even defending it. They were like, we have the right to be checking the facts. And why can you do that under your same conservatives branding? Why do you need to completely change everything to become a fact-checking page, like to mislead people? This is the thing. Boris did this so many times. He misled people about how much money, because I think you know that weird figure of like the NHS are paying this much amount of money to the EU, which is what was one of the biggest things that really pushed people to vote for Brexit. This is pissing me off. I'm probably like stuttering. They lie so much. This is why he was taken to court. And nothing happens. Like it's actually mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling that he had that relationship with one of his employees, and like, and during the time that he was mayor of London, he had a position, he had a platform where people genuinely trusted him to be able to put through all the outcomes that they really, really wanted. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is why I find him so vile, and he hides under this thing of like being a bit of a buffoon and a bit of a fool and a bit of a clown, so you can't take him seriously. And Boris is just Boris, you know, like it's disgusting. Like this is the future of our country. Like why are we leaving it down to this guy who's a clown? Like you can have a laugh and his hair's never fucking brushed. Like come on. It's not a joke.
I've heard so many different people say that he puts on that persona. So even if his hair is fixed before an interview, he'll shuffle it and then come out and do the interview. So many people have seen him. So many people have seen him do that, and it's part of his character that he's playing.
Even the way that he walks,
said, you know, he's acting like a clown. He's just a prick.
Such a prick.
I will never forget him. Do you remember when he was questioned over the fire service cuts?
The what?
And someone asked him questions about why he was cutting so much funding for the fire service, and he told him to get stuffed.
Mad.
What?
Mad.
How is someone like this in power? I don't understand.
And he's gonna get it. He's gonna win the election. He's gonna win the election.
Do you think? Do you really think?
Yeah, because the Lib Dems aren't gonna form a coalition with Labour. No one really likes Joe Swinson like that. No one. There was an article there was like a poll that was done recently where they were saying how the more that people see of Joe Swinson on their TV screens and on campaigns and stuff like that, the more they don't like her. So they were like, it would do her better to stay off of our screens. It would do the fact that she wasn't included in the live debate between Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson was a good thing for her. That's what everyone was saying. Like they were like, we just don't like you. They did one the other day as well, and even then I can see why people don't like her. Like her policies are really good, but I think she should just, you know, kick back and just focus on like local campaigning. I don't think she'd be good in power. She's not likable.
I don't know, man. I mean, Trump isn't likable either.
Well, bare people love him up, you know.
Makes no sense.
It does.
I don't understand how we got to this situation.
And all those, you know what I will never understand is when I see blacks for Trump. Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's confusing.
A lot of it is very, very confusing. Very, very confusing. Anyways, let's talk about something a bit lighter. By the way, guys, let us know, how did you like the last episode?
Oh, lots of people said they really liked it.
Did they?
Yeah, lots of people showed a lot of love.
I genuinely like that too as well.
It was a lot of fun. Sana, we missed you. Sorry, I spoke on behalf of you.
No, I'm glad you did, because everything you said was bang on, mate.
No. We need to do one once a month.
Enjoy listening to that. Yeah, we should. I think we should.
I think maybe if you guys like whenever you like, just send us your dilemmas to our Gmail account, and it'll be, and don't worry, it'll be completely anonymous, and then we'll come back to we'll fish through and we'll look at
good idea.
We'll look at the what's it called, reoccurring themes. Anyways,
so what else has been happening this week?
Nothing, but I've decided I'm going to I'm going to have a phone, a social detox this week. Say wallah.
Hey. So, how long for?
Shumbuck's annoyed. She went. So for potentially until next Sunday night or Monday, I'll have my phone.
Oh.
But I'm going to delete all of my apps. So you can call me and you can text me. and that's it. Why are you getting stressed?
Interesting.
Why are you stressed?
What? Hold on. I'm stressed because how am I gonna text you from abroad?
iMessage.
Hold on. Unless you wanna do you wanna detox?
No,
detox? Like,
iMessage.
you want no one to
iMessage.
contact you. Okay, but
Why can't you keep WhatsApp?
but be honest.
Why can't I keep WhatsApp?
Hold on. She might not even want to talk to anyone.
No, she's actually holding her face. I can't. She's
Go on then.
look.
You might just have to get your license for this week, Shams.
Okay, look. We can make an iMessage group. Surely.
We could do that.
Right? And sorry guys, I won't be on WhatsApp, and sorry to be inconvenient, but I just need a bit of time away from everything.
Space. I think you do.
Okay.
I think you deserve it.
Thank you.
It's so refreshing, wallah. Is she okay? Because I feel like she hasn't spoken in 5 minutes.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You just
I'm all
taking it in.
I just don't think it's necessary. Do you know what it is, yeah? Because Sana, you do this too, and it really pisses me off as well, yeah? You guys go on these really weird social media detoxes. Sana went on one for like a whole weekend, but she didn't even give us a warning. Thank you for at least letting us know.
I want to give you a warning, but can I also say that, as you both know, things have been going on and distracting me.
Yeah, of course. I don't even know why she's questioning you, this prick.
No, she just deeped it. She just went, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so I need to be away from things.
I'm just being selfish. I just want you to be away. I want to send you memes and shit. Who am I going to send memes to?
I'll catch up with it all.
Exactly.
But these times you
She'll
send
come
one a week. Literally.
Sana sends 10 million. Who's going to laugh at Sana's memes that no one can open and see?
I'm dead.
Who's going to pretend now?
Listen, I'm not involved.
Prick. I've actually stopped. Sometimes now I stop myself. I'm like, they're probably not even following. So just forget it.
No,
I
send
follow them.
I love them. The thing is, we just got to follow them and then remember to come back to look at them. That's the only thing. You guys, if you're listening, how many of you have literally fully chat shit when your friend sends you a meme from a page that you're not following and it's private and it's go LOL? I've done that so many times.
Such a prick.
One time, someone must have sent a meme that no one could tell, and I wrote LOL. Wow, can't believe it. I had no idea what it was.
You're a prick. You don't deserve
Why
my
looking
memes.
directly in my eyes? She's bare creasing, looking directly in my eyes.
Like this as well.
Staring at me. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going to happen. So just letting you guys know, innit?
For anyone that's listening that might want to go on a social media detox, what's the advice that you might give to them?
Me? I don't know, bruv, because it's going to be my first proper one like this. This is just going to be like everything. I'm just going to delete all the apps, or I'm just going to I don't know. Who knows? It's going to be a bit random. But I am going to a counselling conference this weekend anyway, which will help. So from Thursday to Sunday, I won't really be on my phone anyway. But yeah.
Where is the conference?
It is in... I don't remember. It's like kind of
in the UK,
Essex-y.
I mean.
So it's not... Is what?
In the country.
Yeah. It's a women's one, actually. So
nice.
It's going to be fun. But yeah, so I just thought I need a bit of a break. Like, I just found myself going a bit... I just found myself acting not myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Completely not myself.
Yeah,
two and
you
two
need
together.
it. You need it, Reem.
I'm the kind of person that will back you as well in your craziness and then later be like, yeah, not going to lie.
Nah, you
What
can't.
was
You
the
can't
meme
back
I
that.
sent you guys earlier? Put two and two together.
No, I think you'll do
Whatever
you
the fuck I
Reem.
come up with. I think so as well. So I'm going to just have my little, gap.
Detox.
And then, also with that we can't make a group on iMessage, so hold tight.
You can make a
I
group.
don't know, bruv. I don't
You
think
can.
so.
We can.
I'll sort it out later. But
can
listen,
you?
Shams, have you never done a detox?
No, I never.
I feel like you have. You haven't.
Bro, I've been on the detox from YouTube for about a year and a half.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you detox without like announcing it or mentioning it or knowing, yani labeling it.
Yeah,
You just do it.
I detox without, but I'm still on WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp is hard.
Yeah, I can't detox. Like, what? I'll still chat to everyone, but I just probably won't. But I won't delete the apps. I just won't go on them.
Yeah.
And it's not because, oh, I need to stop myself from, I just don't want to. So I know that there's a massive difference between someone saying, do you know what, actually I need to be really careful with like the apps that I'm using and like the things that I'm exposing myself to, blah blah blah, whatever. And then there's a difference between someone saying, I'm not interested at the moment. Just can't be asked. I can stay off of it for like a week or so and come back when I'm ready. There's still DMs that are sitting in my Instagram DMs from months ago. Just because I just don't open it. and it's not like out of being disrespectful or rude.
100%. It's just you taking what time you need.
You just realize that the capacity that you have for things, and just understanding that, like, I find social media to be very overwhelming.
It is
very,
so
very overwhelming.
It's actually mad because we get DMs from like all different types of platforms. Like even if you stay off one, you still have 10 million others that you're getting notifications from. It's actually too much.
I don't like how Go on.
No, I was done.
I was just saying I don't like how accessible I am on everything. It's like it actually irks me to the point where it's proper annoying. Like I'll look at my account and I think the thing that annoys me is the fact that I know I should be posting at least on my Instagram quite regularly and consistently. Just can't be asked. Yeah. And that annoys me, the fact that I don't want to. It actually annoys me. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna protect my mental capacity for shit like this. And like even just like when you do post something, you have to upkeep and like reply to comments, and like it becomes draining. I don't want to get to a point where I just don't like it. I'd rather just like, take my time with it.
Yeah,
if I want to do it, I want to do it. And like I don't want to get to a point where I don't appreciate shit, because I still very very much appreciate like the support and shit. So I'm just living within the capacity that I can. Like I deal with social media every single day, like at work. And it's difficult to differentiate what you work, your job and your personal shit. And I think a lot of people can do it. They can juggle stuff. This is something that I overheard quite recently, which I think was so inspiring for me. And I think it's how I want to live my life, like moving forward. And I think I get burnt out very easily and I get very stressed and I'm like a sponge. So even when I'm around people who are stressed, it makes me stressed out. I faff on their behalf, and that's why I always protect my energy, because I can't be bothered to be around people like that, because it stays with me. So then I noticed that when I am overwhelmed, because I have to do loads of different things, so I'm very bad at multi-management, like for example work, personal, social media, podcast, editing, this, that, blah, blah, whatever, keep having a social life, just whatever it is. There's so many things you've got to do. If you look at it as like someone that's juggling, right, loads of different things, eventually, and they're not very good at juggling, eventually something's going to drop. But don't let it be you. And I think, and I just love that. Don't let you be the one to drop to the ground. Do you know what I mean? Don't let you be the one to like fall and smash into pieces, and like let everything else drop. It's fine. Do what you're able to do.
100%.
Juggle what you can.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't kill yourself. Literally, like now it's just like, I don't have to do it all. Like, it's like I knew it all along, but just having that analogy to understand it and conceptualize how you're feeling, literally, it made life so much easier. So I think just moving forward, it's like, if I can commit to something, I will. If I can't, sorry, innit? Like, and just being like,
and
I
even
can't
if you pick
juggle
it
all
up
that.
and then you just say, listen, I tried and I can't do it.
There
That's
you
also
go.
okay. Yeah,
Gave it a go. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Do you guys remember back in the day when we obviously we didn't have WhatsApp and all that stuff, and not even when we had text messages that were limited. Firstly, by characters, it was like 90 characters per text, or otherwise you have to send a text, another separate text. And then remember when it was like those old Nokia phones, and you only had 10 texts in your phone and your messages.
Oh, and then you had to delete it.
Yeah, you have to delete. Like, oh my god, I don't know why. When you were talking about that, it just came back to me. Shit.
I had 5-day pass. Not even gonna lie.
That's when it went downhill. For real. At the time it was sick, but that's when it went downhill because that's when this whole accessibility thing, 24/7 accessibility thing started. Do you know what I mean? Because before that, you send one text and you're scared for your credit.
It's true, and then you have to be like, "Are you for this?" Like literally cutting down characters by any means. Bro, she relates to that so hard.
I remember there was these like websites that allow you to send free text,
Oh my
like 10 free texts or something. Do you remember them?
I swear there was one with
Do you remember
O2
them?
or
It was
something.
like send o2.co.uk or something. Oh my god.
Gosh, we
Peak
were desperate for
days.
communication, boys.
Yeah, man. And then you had like 1 hour on MSN per day.
I'm dead.
Oh, good times.
Did I, bruv?
Yeah, that's something that I read this week or something. Someone posted saying, "Remember the days where we used to say 'be right back' and got to go. We don't need to say that anymore
Because we're always
because we're always just
yeah.
there. Like no one ever signs out. You never sign out, and that's why I think social detoxes like this is
It's like
perfect
still
because
BRB.
it gives you
Yeah.
time to sign out.
I'm actually going to
Yeah,
set
you
my
need to
WhatsApp
BRB
status now as
sometimes.
BRB.
Yeah, I can't relate to that
So
shit.
true,
I
man.
wasn't
You just
allowed a
need to
phone until I was
disconnect.
17.
Oh, that's why she's been so
Really?
quiet.
That's not so quiet. I can't relate to. All I relate to is Orange Wednesdays.
Oh,
Yeah, mum,
Wow.
because I went to the same school as my sister. And mum was like, "What do you need a phone for?" Like, she was like, "You're gonna go to school and come back with your sister, so bye."
Sorry,
Like,
innit?
it's only when I started doing after school clubs.
what was your first phone, Shams?
It was a dead
What
one
was
as
your
well.
first phone?
It was, you know, when everyone's getting Blackberries and shit, yeah, all the nice ones. I got Sony Ericsson, the flip-up phone.
Oh, sorry, man.
And I hid it from everyone for the longest time because I only needed it to call my mum to let her know like I was coming home late because I had an after-school club. I was one of them little neeks. They used to stay
So-
back and do
Aw.
writing clubs and shit like that. So yeah, like
So are you telling me, sorry to cut you off, but are you telling me you've never owned like a Nokia, like the basic
no, I never had
mobile?
that. Never had that. My mum had that. It just wasn't for me.
Wow.
I wasn't allowed a phone at all.
Mm.
Mum wasn't on it. She was just like, no, like you're not gonna have a phone. What? She goes, literally, she goes to me. She goes, who are you gonna talk to? Your friends. Like she goes, you'll see him tomorrow. Like she just wasn't on it. She was just like, what are you guys? Why do you need it? Why do you need a phone? You don't need.
I think
a
that's
phone.
fair.
Yeah, she was very strict and stuff like that. Yeah, my sister had a phone. My sister had a phone, and that was like that was her personal one, but it was mostly for her to communicate with mum on our way to school and
Yeah.
coming back from school, and that was it. And then I eventually got a phone when I was about like 18 or something.
40.
Yeah. So when
Wow.
I was about 18, I eventually got a phone. And to be fair, I could have just stayed without it. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was just unnecessary for me to have a phone. And I hate
that's not even long
I
ago,
hated
you know.
social media for the longest time. I got Instagram only a couple years ago.
Mm-mm.
People don't realize this. I got Instagram.
And you're killing it already.
Hmm?
And you're killing it already.
Nah, man. I got Instagram literally like a year before I started my YouTube channel. But I never had it before. I was very off the grid. Very, very off the grid.
Every time.
I was very...
It's hard to imagine.
I was so off the grid. Like literally, my friends would all be there snapping, taking pictures, blah, blah, blah. I'll just be there chilling, watching them like, okay, could we go? Like I just wasn't interested in it at all. And I think partly is because I wasn't really introduced to a phone from an early age. So I wasn't really obsessed with phones and I couldn't give a toss. Also, I probably didn't even have a phone where I could take a picture like that.
What did you guys did you ever just think and like sit and think like, before we had all these screens, what was I actually doing with my time?
Oh, I used to go cinema, I used to go
Like, after
bowling,
you
we used to go
came-
to the arcade, we used to chill.
Yeah, but you don't do that every day. Like, what do you? No, I'm talking about those
TV.
boring days when you just have nothing
but
to do.
I
What would you
tell
do?
you
VCR.
I was a proper neek. Yeah, we used to watch TV. We used
Read.
to go to what was that DVD rental place that got shut down?
Blockbusters.
Blockbusters. We used to
And
go
Channel
there.
58.
We used to go there. I used to do puzzles when I was younger.
Oh my God, I love a puzzle.
Aw.
Sorry.
I remember
What did you
after
do?
school you
Cleaning.
come
Clean the ceilings.
I don't know where you got this from.
What did you
I've
say?
never
Cleaning
cleaned
the
the ceiling
ceilings.
in my life. I don't understand. Anyway. I remember when we used to come back to school. I remember the schedule very, very clearly, yeah. School, come back home. Simpsons was on at like 4:30.
That's still my... Wait, that's still my schedule now. Mona the Vampire.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh my
Simpsons at
days.
Oh, Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, it
Bruh.
That's so true. Lizzie McGuire. Oh my days.
Mona the
Shit.
Vampire was my favourite.
Oh my god, who
What
was
about
that
the Queen's
family?
head?
The one with the 50p. Yeah. That 50p used to piss me off so much. He had so much power to stop time.
He
Yeah.
did, yeah.
What was he doing? Going home to go and get his PE kit because he
dead.
forgot it. What? Like literally, imagine being a youth now.
Tracy
Yeah, having
Beaker.
that, bruh. I'm not crying. I just got allergies. Oh, Tracy, I related to that youth so much.
I didn't like Tracy
How?
Beaker, you know.
Exactly.
I didn't like her.
Oh no, I really liked her. I think that's what made me start to see empathy. You know, these kids programs are so good. I started to have empathy for people after that. People in care.
Damn.
Damn,
Yeah, man.
Zanny.
I guess it was just TV then. So we have been on screens since they don't.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, but that's other
Not as
people
much,
sharing their
obviously.
content. It's never been like user generated content ever. It was always content that's been created for the public. It's never been the public creating content for everyone else. It's never been like that. It's only recent.
Oh, and I used to watch
Literally,
You've
I
Been
think-
Framed as well.
Huh?
You've Been Framed. That's user generated content.
Oh,
But to be fair,
I'm
Facebook.
dead.
I think Facebook is where it all started. Before that, or like Bieber HR5, you know, high five. Bieber
MySpace,
high
HR
five.
Oh.
Facebook. Then
MySpace.
then everyone jumped. Yeah, then
No, I think
MySpace as
MySpace
well.
might have.
Yeah, MySpace before, and then
I
and
think
then
MySpace, yeah.
Facebook, and then it was Twitter, then it was Instagram, then it was Snapchat. Now it's TikTok. I feel
TikTok's
so
taking
old, you
the
know.
world by storm.
I can't get my head
For
around
real,
TikTok.
man.
Hmm?
That's true, man. Shit. We're not gonna like know years by the years that it was. We're just gonna know the years by like the era of Twitter, the era of TikTok, the era of Facebook. I wonder
How
what's
interesting
next.
how interesting though that like Twitter has become what it is now. Like no one really knew that this like micro blogging platform is going to turn into a platform where celebrities are so accessible. Like it's like celebrities and politicians and like
It's like bridging the
other
gap.
people. Yeah, it's weird. Like this is why I think social media is so interesting, and this is the reason why I think our culture has changed so much. Like there's such an infiltration from other cultures because social media means that there aren't any geographical boundaries. Before you'd have to catch a flight or get a bus to go somewhere to go and experience something. Now all you have to do is everything is at a click of a button.
But I went
You
to
can-
go visit my grandma's house on Google Earth in Baghdad.
There you go. But it's like, and I think this is why like,
Exactly.
even small things like I know a lot of people say, oh, that's trash. Da, da, da. That's not British English. We don't say trash. We've never said trash. It's only recently that we've. But that's because it's like so much American culture. It really. People have you heard people saying, yeah, period, and it's like that's not literally. You're from Brixton. Like I don't know where you've got this from. Like,
Period is like not American.
no, but you know like how people say like period. Like that's a very American.
Period.
It's very
Full
part
stop,
like
full
yeah,
stop.
it's very part of like black American culture, and it's just like raw. Like where's that come from?
What was that noise?
Mm.
Yeah.
Globalization, innit?
Global. I think I wonder if we're gonna be like, you know, like our parents and that will sometimes struggle with these things, and it's like I don't know whether that's because they were raised without it, and then it just kind of came later. And I'm not sure whether it'll be the same for our generation and our kids, or whether we'll be able to pick stuff up really fast because it's like we came at a time where it was like things were coming out every single
Technology,
minute.
yeah.
So I don't
depends
know.
on-
Like I'm excited to see how we are at 50. Like if I've got whatever the TikTok is, then that account posting bare videos of me and my
Yeah.
kids dancing. Like I don't know. It's just weird.
I think by that time there would be like VR system. Have you guys ever watched a film called Ready Player One or something?
No.
It's quite new. You should watch it. But it's I think that's the new social media. Why can I hear myself?
Don't know.
There's an echo in your house.
Hello.
Is that
It's
chicken?
coming from you.
Coming for you.
That's gone now. Yeah. So this film. Hold on. Listen. So this film, is basically based on social media in the future kind of thing. So what happens in this film is that people plug into social media, right? And for them, it's a game. I'm just so they plug into it, and then they meet friends, and they chill out, and they do that, and basically anything that you would be doing in real life, they do it, but they do it online. So that's I think that's what's coming.
That's so creepy that you could just be like logging in and like hanging out with your friends. I don't know, man. That's too much.
I feel like when it comes, it will be sick. Like imagine me and you guys just chilling, even though we're in different countries.
True. Actually.
However, it would get to.
I wouldn't want that because then you wouldn't look forward to actually coming to see us in real life.
No, but it's not really her. It's a hologram.
It's you're all in a game.
Dead
It's like you're wearing a VR goggle, and we're all sitting in the same room. Basically, that's how it works.
Man, we'd be like vegetables. We wouldn't come out the game.
Exactly, and that's
I wouldn't know the difference between what was.
That's what I was
I
gonna say.
wouldn't know the difference between what was reality. And
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. No, it will be sick when it first happens, and because it'll bring people together. You'd be able to chill with your family in Iraq. I'd be able to chill with my family in Yemen, etc. Do you know what I mean? It'll be beautiful, but it will get to a point where it's like that's the reality, and no one's gonna be signing out. Like there's no more G2G or G2G or BRB. It's gonna be like that.
That's creepy. Nah, bun that. I'm not involved. If that ever happens, I'm fully logging out.
We'll see.
We will be the first one to log in.
Exactly.
Me? You know I won't be.
No, you would. You would. Go have a little tea time session.
Ooh, tempting.
Suddenly.
Why does she know the way to our heart? All you need to say is tea time. It's so dumb. Like we don't have chicken cottage and McDonald's and everything here. We're just like, yeah, we're going to have a tea time.
You know, chicken cottage is dead. You know, the one near Reem's house, Tennessee.
What?
It's been slapping recently. Chicken cottage is slacking differently, fam. I'm not gonna lie.
You're offending me right now.
You know, so listen to this is how British Reem is, yeah. So we're in Tennessee, yeah, chicken shop. Walked in. Reem's ordered. What did you order, Reem? Wings.
Yeah.
She ordered a wings meal.
Hold on.
And she ordered.
Hold on.
I'm not eating chicken. It's for my dad.
Oh,
Basically, yeah.
okay.
My dad had some chicken wings in the oven.
Right.
And he was saving for after work, yeah. And then my mum was like, we were in the car, and then my mum called him and was like, listen, you might have to pick up some more chicken wings because I ate them. And he he became a different person. He went schizo. He was like, I don't get it. I don't want to live in this. This is a disrespect. And then my mum was like, whatever. Anyway, I was like, look, let me keep the peace. I said, Dad, I got you in it. I'll go get you some wings. So that's the story behind the wings.
Okay.
I don't eat chicken, by the way, guys. Continue. So yeah.
So we were getting a wings mushroom, and then Reem goes, oh, do you know what? I want the wings and the chips, but I don't want drink with it.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, oh, okay, cool, whatever, blah blah blah. So I've come to now, like, so I've joined as well, yeah, and we just we just linked up in the chicken shop, yeah. We ain't got nothing better to do, but a bunch of 27-year-olds. So I've now gone to link her in Tennessee. Yeah.
That's why I love you guys.
So
I just deeped it. That's actually what happened. She came to see me. We met in the chicken shop, right? Yeah.
You lot are still in high school, basically.
By the way, I'm not 27 yet, but yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you're there, almost there. So then, so me and Reem are in Tennessee, yeah, and then we're about to pay, and then I was like, wait, didn't you get a meal? Don't you want to drink with it? And she was like, no, it's all right. And I was like, but you're still gonna get charged the same. And he was like, I said, is it a meal? And he goes, yes. Yeah, and I was like, so did you give her a discount? No. And I was like, so why are you charging her as a meal when she's only asked for like chips and wings and not an actual drink? Beg you reduce it. And then I didn't say all of that, but he was just like, no. Like he was literally bare confused. Is it and then I was like, so is it a meal? And he goes, no. So I was like, why are you? He was literally so confused. And Reem was like, it's okay, let's just go. I was like, this girl is so politically correct. She doesn't want to beef. Honestly, that's literally British culture. Like, you know, them ones where it's just like, you'd rather like, because if you're promised 6 chips here and then you got 5, you'd be like, okay. Walk off.
No, because like, you know, he didn't mean. I said to him, I just want chips and a burger. This is not the wings, by the way. This is mine. I said, I just want chips and a veggie burger, and then that was that.
Aww.
And then I didn't want to get a fizzy drink, and I didn't want to get a water because there's water at home. So, you know.
Why don't you laugh like that?
It's not. I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her Britishness. I think it's just Reem being nice. Reem is always Reem, innit? Because she's a lovely, lovely fella.
Fair, when one time we were at this place, yeah, and I was looking for corn on the cob, yeah, and I'll never forget this because the guy was barbecuing corn on the cob, yeah, and that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, yeah. And then so we asked him like, what grill are you using it on? Because obviously they were cooking pork and all sorts of meats that were there as well, yeah. And I was like, I'm not really on it like that. So I was like, what grill have you guys got a separate grill for this corn on the cob or like anything that's for vegetarians? Yeah. I was like, okay, which one are you using? Because this one. He goes, no, we don't put it on the same grill as like bacon and pork and shit. I was like, okay, calm. So
a few moments later,
I literally see him, grilling some pork on the same grill that he just went to go. And I literally just, and I was like, nah, I was like, you fully grown. He goes, no, I didn't. And I was like, I just saw you. And he goes, but it's okay. And I was like, so. And then Reem jumped in here, and then she went, boss man, you're gonna have to give her a discount or something like.
Discount, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, guys, I miss you.
So funny.
Oh, I want to come chill in a chicken shop for no reason.
I miss you too.
Oh, when you're back, Tennessee's a vibe.
Looking like tramps.
It really is. Looking like what?
Looking like tramps in your like hoodies and.
No, I'm not like buff that day.
Oh, okay.
She did, to be fair. I'll never get over that picture of us three and me looking like
that. That will forever be my
That
favorite
day.
picture, and I'd still think you look okay. Like I really don't see the hype.
That was not the adjective that I thought you were gonna come out
Yeah,
with.
me neither. I thought
And
it
I
was
still
like
think you look amazing, beautiful. Okay.
I still think you look okay.
No, as in like
It is a nice
it
picture.
is. It's my favorite.
But bruv, I left my house thinking I was going to yours. I was wearing this home top and them home tracksuits that are bare loose. Got bare bleach stains on them. And some old dodgy Vans. Not one lick of makeup, not even a little bit of mascara. And then with you two, who were posing like the beautiful butterflies you are. Bruv, I got destroyed that day. Shamrock
Nah.
I was going to jump on that plus.
No, I looked clapped that day as well because I didn't expect it. These two surprised me. Do you remember? You lot surprised me that day. I was with Hanny. And I looked like one
was that
biker
the
chick because
day?
I was wearing my leather jacket and I was wearing a bandana all on my head. Fucking clapped vibes, fam. You lot caught me. Literally, we all looked clapped except for Sana.
No, I did.
Can I tell you something? I got a confession.
What?
You might have to cut this out though.
What?
Yesterday I put oil in my hair and I had to step out my house. And I thought I might be a hijabi for the day.
Did you put hijab on?
I put the hijab on.
Shams, imagine you just
But can I
saw
tell you
Reem
something?
walking around with a hijab on. Some oily
Catch me in
hijab.
Tennessee.
You know that black woman, the maid, the gift.
Oh.
When she turns around, her eyes are bare bulging out. That would have been Reem.
But I put it on, yeah. And I tried to tie it. I tried to do a turban.
I'd love to see this. Bro, Ukti Reem.
And I didn't know what to do with the rest of the fabric. So I made it like a little side ponytail.
Yeah, that's calm. I do that sometimes too.
I think I got inspired.
No, I need to see this.
And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, nah, Reem, you need to
No,
know.
we need to see this.
But I really put on a hijab ready to leave. Yeah, it was all mad.
Aww.
It's getting cut out.
Wait, the whole thing was gonna get cut
Anyway.
out. That was funny.
She thinks all the hijabis are going to take it offensively.
Not at all. Are you mad?
Reem said that.
I did.
Reem said you might have to cut this bit out.
I'm
It's
not
jokes to me,
I
fam.
think
Me
it's
and Sana
hilarious. I
find
think you
everything
should keep
jokes.
it
To be
in.
fair,
I really think you should keep it in.
I'm sure everyone's done
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Bruv, there's times where the postman's knocking on the door and I gotta go take a delivery, but I can't miss it. I would literally bring my cardigan over my head
Yeah, I do that with my blanket.
to act as a hijab. Yeah, it's calm. Literally
Yeah,
grab.
but you guys wear hijab, I don't.
No, but you just grab the first thing that you can see. Looking
Why?
at one tram.
Why, when I've got castor oil in my hair, do I decide to become a
Bruv,
hijabi?
you're literally. It's like you're saying I'm appropriating hijabi culture. But
Exactly,
you're Muslim.
for
It's
real.
alright. You're allowed
And
to wear hijab.
Plus, it's not. Just don't think of it.
Fucking hell, mate.
Don't think of it as a hijab. Just think of it as like a head wrap to protect your hair while
What's
you have oil.
a head wrap. Today, Shamak told me I need to go and wear a
What?
silk cap.
What?
I told her to wear it and start wearing a do-rag before she goes to bed.
Because my hair, I always wake up and it's bare shit. So she said I need to, she goes, yeah, you need to go and get a silk cap, yeah? Or a do-rag. I'm going to open the door next time wearing one.
Literally, imagine opening the door to Reem's house and she's got braids under her do-rag. And a white beater. That day I will fully scream.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh, I've just read. Oh, my microphone head's come off. I just read that film. What's it by Rackman? Blue Story. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Blue Story. Yeah.
Blue Story. So that View has now basically said they're not going to show it anymore because there was some sort of violent incident with like literally kids, in like Birmingham.
Yeah, kids, but they had
somewhere.
machetes, bro.
Now, yeah, they did have machetes, but it's like not really anything. As far as we know, it's not really anything to do with the film.
That's sad.
It's just like that's just
circumstantial.
Yeah, that's just like an incident that happens. Like someone went into Joker and shot everyone up. Joker didn't stop. Joker didn't stop.
It didn't stop getting violent.
Yeah,
it didn't stop. They didn't stop showing it.
And apparently now they've said that it wasn't Blue Story, but it was something about Frozen 2.
What?
Is that even in the cinemas or is this a lie?
It is. Yeah, it came out in cinemas the other day.
No, seriously.
Wait,
so
what?
apparently, I don't know if it's just them shade pages that I follow. Frozen 2, apparently it was all like outside of Frozen. It was in the cinema, innit? It's nothing to do, like whether it's Blue Story or fucking Frozen 2, the fight happened in the cinema. Does it mean the actual cinema? I don't know. Yeah.
That's actually mad.
Sorry, Shummuck's just going, I don't know if that's the truth though, because you know these pages, bro,
Yeah, I
they'd
don't-
be telling lies.
Honestly, I don't see it happening. I don't see kids watching Frozen 2.
You sure?
Pull out machetes.
You don't see kids watching. Yeah, but cut this out, innit? I'm trying to find out. I'm actually trying to find out.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that.
Yeah. Anyway, so
tomorrow-
there's obviously so much against. There's obviously so much against View right now because of their silly decision.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
Yeah. So it says. It's now been announced that several showcase cinemas will no longer be showing gangster film, not involved, Blue Story after a brawl involving around 10 youths and machetes at an entertainment complex last night.
That's disgusting.
I don't know if that means, like, I don't know where that means that happened. Does that make any sense? That didn't make any sense. If it's in the complex, it's like, where specifically?
God knows, ma'am. I don't know. I didn't even know about this film until this happened because I saw everyone talking about View.
Oh,
banning
didn't
it.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone said it has nothing to do with Blue Story. The kids weren't black, and I don't know. Anyway, the kids weren't black, and they weren't even old enough to see it. Reinstate or we start a boycott. If the fight broke out during Frozen 2, why has View Cinema banned Blue Story from all its venues?
That's actually such a stupid decision to make.
Wow. These kids weren't even old enough to see Blue Story and were there for Frozen 2. I don't know if that's just a...
Maybe it happened like it happened inside the screen itself, and then it kind of flooded out onto the main area of the cinema where there were other kids watching Frozen 2. C'est possible, I don't know, bro.
So no, so the Metro has said View accused of blatant racism after banning Blue Story over machete attack, because people are saying, yeah, they're saying that it's blatant racism and that they weren't old enough to see it. They were there for Frozen 2. How interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. Yeah, so it was in the complex as opposed to anything else. They just assumed that it was related to the film. That's horrible. It's true that the kids were like 13, 14 and they decided to view it just because of that. Madness.
Decided to ban
It's supposed to be an independent film as well, isn't it?
I think so.
Like that already is
So
like
that-
such a big achievement for someone to come out
It
of
is, and he's
nowhere.
amazing.
Yeah, and to screen your films all around the country in View cinemas, and then for something so stupid to take away from that is so sad. All that.
So what have they assumed? So now they're banning the film.
Yeah.
So what was the assumption? That the boys were there because of what?
I don't know what, like, it was a mass brawl basically involving up to 100 youths.
Yeah, I mean, shit like that happens all the time.
It does happen all the time.
It could have happened outside the cinema. It could have happened outside.
That's where people fight when you're young.
Yeah, like the arcade, like the shopping center. It could happen anywhere. I think to make the relation towards Blue. What is Blue Story even about? Is it like about gang violence, stuff like that?
It's a UK film that's. I haven't even seen the trailer, but it looks like it would be amazing. People are not comparing it at all, like really to Kidulthood, but it's kind of like a bit of a.
What's that one that Kano and them lot are manning?
Top Boy.
Is it like
I guess
Top Boy,
it's like
Kidulthood,
a little bit similar to that. Yeah. So it's reality for a lot of people, and it's good for those things to be out and for people to know what's going on, because people are all happy hearing about it in songs, and it's reaching charts on like in the UK scene at the moment. Or this music is like #1 right now. Everyone is celebrating the music, but it's like as soon as there's a film showing something, people are just terrified and scared of
but also, who gives a fuck about View, man? There's also Odeon and all these other different film
so now
vendors
people
that are still showing the film.
Yeah, people are now saying make sure you're
it's just like this is the thing. This is what I feel like. It's such a mistake on their part, and they're gonna suffer for it.
100%.
Not us as a black community, like, or just us as like young Londoners. We're not gonna suffer from that at all. Like, sorry guys.
Like, or just us as young Londoners.
Yeah, like obviously,
right.
obviously, it's disappointing when you've got like a black. I'm sure it's like who was the guy that directed it? Is he black?
Yeah.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing for him if he's obviously directed that and like wanted it to reach as many people as possible. But
it still will.
And it will, of course it will, and it's going to do so well, and I'm sure it's going to win all the awards. I'm sure he will, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, why is it that he as a black man has to persevere through all this bullshit? Why is it that other people don't experience the same shit as him? And you know, you've got people like Quentin Tarantino who makes stupidly violent films all the time, and that's what he's known for, and that's what he's celebrated for like really being gory and thinking outside the box and blah blah blah. He's not perpetuating violence.
Brother and Joker, the paedophile song.
There's a lot that goes on. Do you know what I mean? So it's
cheeky.
Like, it's very cheeky to try and make someone to basically like punish someone for them telling a story that is reality to London. Like you can't hide away from it just because it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sure there's probably one, you know, Karen that got pissed off, that was afraid of for her children and blah blah blah, like scared for her life, has probably complained. And that's what's caused all this. I think I don't know. I think it's just stupid, but at the same time, I don't care. It's very hard for me to give a shit about these things anymore. Odeon cinema still exists. That's where I'm going to take my coin, and that's that. And like they're going to get so much more business because of it now. So who cares? Like they're fucking up with their money. It's just like how Chick-fil-A. There's a new there's a Chick-fil-A chain that's opened in Reading somewhere, and people are calling for it to be banned because the Chick-fil-A founder and CEO, he's openly against LGBTQ rights. So it's like, and he funds charities that are against like basically human rights essentially, right? So it's like, so people are been like, oh, don't go to that, blah blah blah, boycott it, blah blah blah. And it's like at the end of the day, like they're killing their own money at the end of it. So it's like, why
let it speak for itself.
Let it speak for itself. Nobody will go. It's fine. Like, nobody will support that shit. And also, there's going to be people that just don't really give a fuck, and they will still go and blah blah blah. People who probably agree with that kind of bullshit, or people will say, you know, I've never been to America before. I want to try Chick-fil-A. That's up to you. It's fine, but eventually it will die down because we've got KFC, we've got Burger King, we've got Chicken Cottage, we've got all the
Tennessee.
we've got Tennessee. Like it's gonna die down. It's fine. Like it's people just. It's just my whole big thing of like. You see, like how people always criticize minority communities, who have been oppressed and like who have been at a disadvantage in society. People always accuse them of trying to inflict or force their views onto the rest, onto like, you know, mainstream society and whatever it is. I'm very much of just like my views and my personal thing. I won't inflict it on you either. So it's just like. They want to ban the film. So who cares? There's Odeon cinema. I'm not going to waste my energy now to try and educate you guys when this conversation has been going on. You understand the political climate. You understand what it means to be a black. You know, maybe not everyone understands, but like you get the idea, you get the gist of like how there's people are against us all the time. So it's just like I'm not here to now try and fight to educate you all the time. Like it's just let me now put all my effort and energy into empowering my own community. I don't give a fuck. When I go watch the film, I'll do a cheeky little review and tell everyone to go watch it on my social media, or like tell people good things about it. I'm not gonna waste energy to view, they bound us, blah, blah, blah. Why? That's not important. The thing that's important now is the story and the director, and that should be celebrated, and that should be taken away from because some stupid CEO somewhere has decided that black people are like, encouraged to do bullshit. Like, fuck off. Like, no one cares. Like, I think I'm tired of being bothered. I'm no longer bothered by a lot of things.
I think you've made that
even
very
this whole
clear
Muslim
in the past
Muslim
few
bullshit thing.
Episodes.
Yeah, just cannot be bothered to fight now. I really can't. I think it's long. It's very, very long.
I think you're right about like thinking about putting your energy into building something up for yourself, building something up for your community. It's although this stuff needs to be interrupted,
100%.
Through and through, I think there's space for people to interrupt it, and some people have lots of capacity to interrupt it day in, day out, and others are just like, okay, let me just put my focus here, and that's okay. You get to decide what works for you, really. It's not like you're just backing down and being like, yeah, no, I'm completely hopeless. You're thinking, no, I'm going to build things up in a different way, and I think that's an important thing, because it's like you've got that level of resistance in another form.
I just can't be bothered to face the negativity and like waste energy. It pisses me off, man. Like, it fucks up my mood whenever I think about these things. Like when you guys tried to get me with that guy, the athlete. I'll never forget that,
What
and
guy?
I literally, because my whole mood was the athlete, and my whole mood was so fucked up from watching that Chelsea Handler documentary thing. I was so triggered by it. I took it out on you guys. I was literally just like, it messed up my mood. So now I can't be bothered. Like, I just can't be arsed. It's just like, okay, whatever, that's happened. I'm not surprised. It's been a conversation that's been had already several times. If you don't pay attention, that's on you. That's gonna fuck up your money and your business. Who cares? It's just like when people said, like the beauty industry really overlooked black consumers, and they never really catered. They literally never catered to us at all. Like, it was very, very difficult. Like, and their backing, their rationing was, women, black women don't really spend that much money on cosmetics, so we can't put in a lot of our money towards creating different shades for different colours when they don't actually spend that much money. Then Rihanna came through with Fenty and sold out within the first week also. Like, so it's just like, and I don't think it's because of her name or who she is, because I'm sure people were still buying that because it was a brand new thing people were hyping up about. You don't have to be a Rihanna fan to really appreciate that. But I appreciate what she did. And guess what? And now all these different brands that before were saying, that we don't think black women really want to buy this shit, they're all doing it.
Yeah.
Releasing 50 shades of and it's like literally 40 shades of just like beige, and then the last 10 shades of like me, Reem and Sana, the last 3 shades. It's long. It's very, very long. So it's just like, this is why I don't care for stuff like that anymore. I'm not bothered by it anymore.
Sorry, I'm just seeing, sorry to interrupt you, Rapman saying why he done the deal with Paramount and BBC for Blue Story. So I think it wasn't in like fully independent, but yeah, just letting you know.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway,
and on that note, guys, is there anything that anybody wants to say? Any parting words?
No, just thanks for all your love and for listening and being so great. And
what?
Sorry, just remembering the video of Molly May using that foundation. Sorry.
Yeah, it was my question because it was NC42.
Yeah, everyone was like, what?
That's mad.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyways.
But no, nothing else.
Sana, have you got any parting words?
Vote Labour and have a great week, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean Wednesday.
We'll see you guys on Wednesday. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the podcast. I've been your host, Asha. I've been joined with my co-hosts, Reem and Sana.
She's a dickhead. She's actually a dickhead.
If you'd like to keep up with us and what we're doing, I'm Asha Everyday on Instagram. You can find Sanasina on Instagram as Sanasina with 2 eyes, and also Sana Ukba, go buy her book. Reem is also the mastermind behind our Instagram, which is £3.30. So if you want to reach her, that's where you go.
Except this week I won't, because I'm on my detox. But
there you
from
go.
Sunday or Monday, I'll be back in business. It
will be Sana. Alhamdulillah. And we are available on any podcasting app. that you use to listen to podcasts, except for SoundCloud.
Fuck SoundCloud.
Except for SoundCloud. Yeah, continue to listen and to show us support. We really, really enjoy it. Also, I introduced a podcast for BBC Sounds.
Yes, you did.
So yes, I'll include that on my
love.
Instagram. On our Instagram, and I'll put the link in the bio, inshallah, and I'll let you know how you guys
Show
can listen
love.
to that. It just made me realise how much I really love and enjoy being on podcasts and introducing things. Anyways, bye guys.
Bye.
Love you lots. Bye.
Love you lots. Bye.